In today's video, we're going to talk about how music frequency and flow state frequency are connected and how are they related to one another when it comes to being more creative. Well, when an individual is performing music with their bandmates, the individual is not stuck in thinking what the right note is, what the right drum part is, next beat, next section. That the individual who is performing on the musical instrument or in the writing process is embodying that of a musician. And the same goes for when you're in the songwriting process with a group or by yourself, that you are connected to the best version of you. You are being a successful musician. You are not thinking and analyzing what needs to be done next. You do it in a state of being, in the state of consciousness that is connected. And that is a big one. Big thing, important thing. Because the second that you start to think what comes next, you make a mistake. So let's say I'm playing a drum cover on my YouTube drum channel. And my first take on this very difficult song I'm playing. And I messed up that first take. So I'm playing the second, third, fourth take. If I keep focusing in on where I made that mistake, the next time I come to that section of the song that I'm assuming I'm going to make a mistake on, what's going to happen? I'm going to make the same error again because I'm overthinking it. I'm not being it. And when I put myself in the state that I know this part, I am tuning in with the version of me that is that drummer whose song I'm performing and covering. When I put myself in the state of being that old school drummer, whatever song I'm performing by one of my favorite bands, when I become that myself, being the version of the drummer I'm very inspired by, I end up nailing it because I'm not analyzing what that small little error was, that I can do it in my own way and not worry about it needing to be perfect. And if I do make small little errors on a song, I don't need to redo the whole song. I will post it as is, unless it's a drastically major error, or I fall off time, or a drum roll was not executed in the way that I would like. As that is my work, it's my creative energy. So when you are in a flow state, when it comes to self-help, self-development, spiritual connection, when you need to analyze of who you want to become, that is the creator of your own reality, when you are not living in states of consciousness that is connected to the desired person you want to be, that is connected to the end result, you are trying to analyze your way into becoming successful. You are trying to analyze your way into not being and living in lack, living in the negative. And when you stop trying to be magnetic, trying to be rich, trying to be validated by the outer, these things will actually come to you because of your state of being is a match. And the people, the clients, the subscribers, the followers you are looking to attract are already there. And when you embody the energy of it already being there, you project the energy of success. You are no longer analyzing your way out of a problem because you learn that in this present moment, there is no problem, that you are living at the highest version of yourself that is powered by God, the divine energy. You are one with everything. So I mention in a lot of my videos that a good practice in the morning is practice being with your own energy. A good way of doing that is before you even get out of bed, lay on your back in the bed, no meditation music or nothing. And you're still connected to your subconscious because when you are sleeping, you are directly connected to your subconscious and there's no awake brain states interfering. When you practice waking up first thing in the morning, you're still in that drowsy state. You're just coming out of alpha, theta, the dream brainwave states that are a lot slower. So if you just lay there for 10, 15 minutes and envision who you are at your core, the strongest version of you, the successful you, what you have achieved, what you've been working really hard on, already being there, it's done. What we want to happen is done. It's within us. When you tap into that power and start living in the state of consciousness that is a match with the desired event, your state of consciousness, God's energy, the divine, your faith in life, what is reflected back to you by the outer world in the form of opportunities, the relationship, the synchronicities, will all be a match because your state of being is in alignment with what you envision. And it's not a fabricated way of imagining. It's not fabricated. Dreams come true when you have the faith in the event coming true. When you practice it for so long and give up on the event, that puts us back in the old. Back in the old is being in lack, in scarcity, in the needing of these things to come in, needing the validation, needing the clients. When you change yourself to being a talented human being, you are not analyzing with that. You're almost like a person performing an instrument. You're in a loving state of trust, the state of love and trust, like that song by Pearl Jam. Your state is loving and trusting of your current energy, your current life state as a human being. And then you will want to give these services, these ways of being, living, thinking, acting, becoming. You will then start to be on a quest of being able to help other people achieve that greatness themselves. And there's no other way than living than this when you have realized your true potential lies in living every day in this state of consciousness that the event has already happened and that you are your best self already. And then what you want to do next, what are the actions to take course on, to be able to take action and it be a successful course of action, is to do it with not being attached to how it comes, how quick it comes. You are doing it in the state that it has already happened. So if you've performed an action towards your job, towards new things coming in, you do them and then move on to your state of being again. You don't keep track. You don't analyze. You don't need the thing to come in to make you feel better because you're already better. You're already there now, right? And this is what I mean by the state of consciousness and being connected to God, the I am that is in us all. The I am is your source energy connected with God's source energy. And that is going to power your decisions on this new path. And when you come to the realization that it's no longer a path or a journey anymore, it is here, it is now. It is living in the present moment. There is nothing more needed than here and now. There is nothing more needed when you start to do this type of work on yourself in the morning. and at night, because you are training your mind and body subconsciously that nothing more is needed than the realization of self. And the realization of self no longer needs to stay attached to the old. The old will die and stay in the past of the old. And if you need to be reborn and enter a state of an awakening, some of us call it in the spiritual world, well, then you will do that. It will be your natural state of being and your natural course of action. You are the creator of your own reality. We no longer need to stay stuck, not feeling creative energy. And we no longer need to stay stuck living in envy in the what ifs. I could be like that person. I could be as rich as this one or that one. When you live in the state that I am already rich, I am already abundant, the abundant flows in. And those that want to think that this type of material and content is make believe are those that are stuck living in the old way of thinking and being, that will not achieve the success and the abundance and the self-love like you are about to, because you are open-minded. Spirituality is no joke. Manifesting your desires is no joke. This is some serious type work you're about to take action on here. And what I'm making you realize more and more is that when you do this type of work first thing in the morning and at night, you become the human being that is rich, abundant, and successful and attractive. And what's going to be reflected back to you by the outer world is that you are all of those things without needing to be magnetic, without needing to be validated. And then you do unto others what you wish have done in return to you. And this is not we do things, we compliment for them to validate us back. You do it for the sake of doing it and move on to your inner state. Once again, you're in a state of love and peace. And this is where your creative energy, there will be no limit to it. Because until you become as open-minded, as spiritually connected as what I am teaching you, there will still be some old patterns and programming that are continuing to stay stuck in the attachment of what this success would bring. And when you continue to stay stuck in the attachment of what the success would bring, you put a blockage on that success from actually becoming true. When in realizing that your truth is dependent on your inner state of consciousness, which is connected to being, which is connected to the I am good enough. I am a successful being. I am worthy of attracting the best relationship to me. And the way that you act, think, and feel out in public will be the person that has all these things. And it would be lucky for those people to be connected with you or have a part in your services. This can be used towards anything in life. Like I said, it can be used in relationships, building a business. When you start to make connection with it in this state of consciousness, it's not we are forcing God to give it to us. It's that we were living with so much trust that our state of being becomes it. You are the success. You are doing the inner work. You are watching my content. It's all part of the you are. And the you are, when you self-realize it, is the I am, which is connected to God's source energy. And when you start to live like that and not analyzing the old way of thinking and being and living with the attachment and the fear and the worry and the judgment and the lack of, and there's being envious. There's being envious You put yourself in equal footing to all of these people and opportunities. And what you are sending signal to the quantum and to God and the universe is that your energy of acting, thinking, and feeling equal to all of the success that everyone else has that you may feel like you used to not have. You are it. You become it. In your course of action of living this way every single day changes to being it ahead of time. And whatever your current situation is in job that is not what you envision yet, you will do it with faith. You will do it with a positive attitude. You will do it in elevated states of consciousness. And that's going to set you even closer to your goal in your successful life. So start changing the way you act, think, and feel starting this week. And practice this self-meditation of embodying the energy of the end event, not the how and the when and the leading up to, the already having it. To what type of clothing you would wear when that would happen, where you would go on vacation when you have this amount of abundance coming in, the amount of money you make per year. Envision the specific number. Envision how many days a week you would work, your time with your family when you're not working. How would that version of you exist every day and become that in existence, become that in the present moment? That is the I am that goes ahead of whatever you want to come at the end of it. And these are not means to an end. These are means to us being ourselves without blockages, without dependency on the outside to make us feel this way. It's an inner state of consciousness that is connected to our higher self and God's source energy that has helped create the most spiritually connected version of you that has no limits on what you place your energy on. So I thank you for watching this one, and I will see you on the next video.